June 4th, 2018, 9:15 in the morning in Lemon Grove, San Diego. And that one says 87. That one says what? 75? Something like that. And I'm Babette. We've already had a wasp shoot down this morning. There's one of those monstrous wasps again. Well, that one didn't fly off, but I don't see where it got to. And this wasp spray does harm the plants. Hopefully there's not going to be more of them. Mint isn't happy. It's just too hot for everything. Celery's taken over. There is that hot and spicy oregano. It's already climbing out of the pot. That is where I sprayed the wasp, so I've got to go and get some water on it. But I didn't see it fly off. I did see it get knocked down this time. And I'm getting volunteer cherry tomatoes. And the ones that were back there are gone, and I didn't get them. I put cardboard down to try to shelter some of the ground. I did stinky tea last night. Can't smell a thing this morning. Think I'll take out all but the tallest Swiss chard. Feed it to the chickens. Let them enjoy it. Maybe leaving the tallest one's a bad idea. Maybe I should leave the shortest one. Oh, decisions. Oh, and I see one of the beets is going to seed. Going to be flowering. Evening primrose hasn't bloomed yet. But the strawberries are getting a bit of shade. This time of year they really need it. But they're putting on some good-sized strawberries. These are the June bearers. And after I've watered a couple times, any of the stinky tea would have washed off. If not, I'll be eating stinky tea. Go away. Cabbage loopers. Why are you on my beans? Sage is still hanging in there. But I got cherry tomatoes coming up over here, volunteers. And here are the Jello something or other beans. Oh, look, I have a bean pod. I didn't notice that coming on. Look, I have a bean pod. I didn't see that earlier. I didn't even notice the blossoms. Oh, they're interesting. I noticed the blossoms down low because they got a lavender cast. Snow peas are starting to bloom. Oh, and I've got snow peas. Where have I been? But I don't dare eat these because I did tea last night and I teed very heavily. And those are Lido anyway. And I put the bee feeder out here and nobody's found it yet. Ah, zucchini. No flowers yet. It did have buds when I planted it. The sunflowers are starting to come up. Nice. Those are supposed to be Dee's giant ones. Native tears. Brussels sprouts are growing quite well. Orchid's dying for some reason. It's not happy over here. I'm sorry. You did give me a bloom this year. Here's the pecan ash. It's still got lots of celery growing. Oh, I wonder if I'm going to get any dragon fruit. It's certainly blooming its head off. Fig and calendulas. Aphids are coming back. I did give a bit of borax yesterday, and with the stinky tea, but I don't think it's enough to really affect the aphids. Still no wigglers. And I refilled this. It isn't the original batch with the half a cup of mouthwash in it. Tomatoes, 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 tomatoes. Taco time. Definitely taco time. I have a whole bunch in the house. I had them on a salad last night. Oh, they're so tasty. Horseradish is coming up. There's the orange salvia. Doesn't look like it's too happy down there, but I don't know where else to put it. I moved a bunch of brine from Not Enough Dirt seeds from the Cherokee Purple over here because I have no place to plant them. So I will just overfeed them. I need to, when I get compost, fill this up all the way because I just don't have any place to put anything else. Then of course I want something like a coleus that just doesn't give me any fruit, just gives me eye candy. Here is another one of the pecan ash that I ripped out of the strawberries. Taproot was intact. And there's still a couple Cherokee Purple in there. I need to fill it up. But the avocado pits never took. And the asparagus yard-long beans, I'm not going to get anything. But boy, am I going to have a bunch of seeds to start next year. I did ask Terry how tall broad beans get. And he says 5 feet. Well, yep, these are 5 feet. I think it's time to pick them. And I saw down here a new blossom. Yeah, down there they're blooming again. Yeah, I see them. Borage. And a different kind of pollinizer. A little bee. Zinnias are starting to bloom. Purple morning glories. Look how big the cucumbers have got. I swear they weren't that big yesterday. Finally, they're growing. And bad news. That butter crunch lettuce that I put down here just totally disintegrated. Or something came and stole it, either one. And my tricolored beans, purple, green, and yellow, they're taking off. Haven't seen any buds yet, any blossoms. The bad part is they bear at different times. You'll get a whole bunch of purple, then a whole bunch of yellow, then a whole bunch of green. You don't get them all at one time to enjoy them. Where are you? Go someplace, any place. Where'd you go? I don't see it anymore. And don't even skip a beat. I moved the radishes over here so they're getting full sun. Just need to keep an eye on them to make sure that they don't dry out on me. And there's a couple of little forget-me-nots. And here's the package, or the other package of forget-me-nots. And Mama seems to be coming back. I cut some of it back. I was afraid that I'd kill it. I've trimmed things before and killed them. But she's coming back. The mint's coming back. Who knows what all's in there? I just know it's got that pretty pink striped morning glory someplace in there. And a catnip. And still can't remember what that thing is. Oh, convolvulus? No. Oh, I have no idea what that is. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to go on a bug hunt in a couple days. There's 3 cabbage looper butterflies in here. I don't know where the other, do not know where the other 2 got to. In fact, that one you can't even see anymore because it's holding still. Thank you for watching. And who do we have here? Oh, it's Fluffy-tailed Kitty. And you're zigzagging across the yard for some reason? I don't think there's anything out there worth zigzagging for. Are you a drunken kitty that can't walk straight? Did you get into some fermented fruit? Did you find a fermented rat? Bye-bye, fluffy-tailed white kitty.